All right, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. As Terrence just mentioned, my name is Stroza Hill, and I am going to give you a presentation that will honestly change your life if you want your life to be changed. And I'm speaking from a financial standpoint. Tonight, we're talking about a company we represent called My Econ. My Econ is actually short for My Economy. We believe everybody should be responsible for their own economy first, and then what you may get from someone else, you treat that as the extra, not the other way around. Because when you put your life in somebody else's hands, ladies and gentlemen, there's no telling what can happen. So, again, as Terrence said, make sure you have something to write with, something to write on. Take copious notes because at the end, we're going to give you an opportunity to get your questions answered and we're going to take it from there. So let's have some fun. Let's go back to school and get what we missed because we missed a whole lot of information. First of all, the company. Let's talk about it. The company is MyEcon. It's a technology-driven company based out of Atlanta, Georgia. The company is debt-free. So what that means, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at a company that doesn't owe anyone anything. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. And what we do is empower members to acquire unlimited cash flow using cash flow strategies. Write that down because we're going to be talking a lot about that tonight, about cash flow strategies. And out of those cash flow strategies, over $1 billion of cash flow has been paid to the associates, not the company, to the associates, the people that are in the business that get involved. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to be in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. So keep that in mind as we go through this awesome presentation. First of all, I believe more people need more cash flow. Now let's take a look at number one here. Everyone needs more cash flow. Individuals, companies, nonprofit organizations for sure. And we know the government needs more cash flow. And they know where to go get it, don't they? Secondly, more cash flow is essential for attaining financial goals. See, a lot of you want to improve your lifestyle. You want to be able to invest. You want to eliminate your debt. And if you have a kind heart, you definitely want to give to charity because you want to be in a position to give and not have to be given to. So you're going to learn how to do the right things with the additional cash flow. That's the secret. Making money is easy, but keeping it is a whole nother discussion. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do we do this? Well, first, I believe we have to have an entrepreneurial mindset. So, a little bit about our firm, the Two Smart University. You see, the two stands for two companies that work together. You'll hear more about that at the end of the presentation. But SMART stands for saving money always requires training. And that's why we take a university approach, because we believe in educating people so they can change the way they think, so they can change their finances. So let's take a look at this gentleman here. His name is Jack Ma. He's executive chairman of the Alibaba Group, net worth over $37 billion. So I think what he says might be important. Listen to this. If you put bananas and money in front of monkeys, they will choose bananas because they do not know that money can buy more bananas. In reality, if you offer job and business to people, they will choose job because most people do not know that business can bring more money than salaries. Profits is better than salaries because salaries can make you a living, but profits can make you a fortune. So you have to decide, do you just want to make a living? Or do you want to be in a position to do what you want, when you want, where you want, and with whomever you want, and money not be an issue? Think about it. Those are the kind of people we're talking to, that we're looking for. So cash flow shifting membership. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. The cash flow shifting membership. First of all, when you get involved with us, members receive a cash flow shifting membership. We call it a CFM. Just like all these companies have memberships. You have memberships Costco's, you have memberships Sam's Club, BJ's, and whoever. They give you a membership so that you get discounts on the purchases that you make in their particular stores. Our membership is about education. We're going to give you education and strategies that's going to save you thousands, if not millions of dollars over your working career so that you can have a chance to live the lifestyle you truly want. The membership empowers associates to generate unlimited cash flow using cash flow strategies. And we're going to go over about 6 of them, and I want you to take copious notes when we do that. We refer to the concept as cash flow shifting because it literally shifts cash flow into each member's bank accounts or your investment accounts. And millions of people lose thousands of dollars annually, hundreds of thousands of dollars during their lifetime due to what? Overpayment on taxes, high interest on debt through credit cards and what have you, and poor investing performance, which means they don't know where to put their money. But see, there's good news tonight because we have the solution. If you're looking for a solution, we have it. Pay attention. You see, let's take a look at the 6 powerful cash flow strategies. Now, this is where you need to be writing because first of all, let's take a look at the first one. The first one, we're going to teach employees how to get an instant pay raise. That means we're going to shift tax dollars from employees withholding taxes into take-home pay in the employee's paycheck. So there's a strategy that we know because the government says 80% of the population has too much money withheld in taxes from their paycheck. So we have a strategy to show you how to get your money now and do the right thing with it. Next, we're going to show you how to build great credit. Why? You see, you got to position members to lower the interest rates on borrowed money. Borrowed money is why you don't have money to invest. And then we're going to shift those funds into the membership's bank accounts or investment accounts. And the reason I have a red symbol on this is because we're going to talk about this one in a little more in depth. Next, minimize taxes. Folks, the reason that you can't save money is because the government is taking most of your money because you don't have a tax strategy or a plan to keep more of your money. So we're going to lower your taxes on your income. We're going to shift the cash flow, and we're going to cause you to have dollars that you didn't have to invest. Now you can start investing. See, we're going to talk about that too. We're going to invest like the pros do. We empower members to get higher earnings on their investments, which shift more cash flow to the members. And fortunately enough for you tonight, we own a financial investment firm, licensed firm, and we teach all of our associates through our firm how to get this working for them. That's a plus for you. Debt elimination. Man, I tell you, if you don't have a plan to get out of debt, then you've obviously planned to stay in it. So we're going to eliminate high interest debt fast, and we're going to shift those dollars that was going to creditors, and we're going to get that money to go back to you. And then you're going to do the right thing with it, like not get back in debt. And last but not least, number 6, affiliate income. Some of you tonight on here know that you need more money. You know this. So members can earn referral commissions, which shift cash flow into their bank accounts and their investment accounts. So let's take a look at 3 of these cash flow strategies. Now remember, I believe if you get involved with us, you want to make teaching these cash flow strategies your business. So when people say, what do? We teach these cash flow strategies to people who want to change their financial position. That's what we do. So let's take a look at the first one we talked about, credit. We have what is called the My Credit system. And that system is a do-it-yourself credit repair training that we have on a video with 6 templates that actually show you what to do. Let's take a look at the first one. We're going to show you how to pull your credit report. It starts there. We need to pull that report, look at it, and find out things that may not belong to us, things that do belong to us, and how to fix it. Number 2, step 2. And remember, all of these are in videos that walk you through it step by step, because then you're going to have an opportunity to learn. See, we want you to do it yourself because you can change the habits that got you in trouble in the first place. If someone did it for you and you didn't change any habits, nothing changes. You're just an accident waiting to happen again. Number 3, you need to check for errors in that report. We show you how to do that in the video. Now, this right here is very exciting because we're going to start the dispute process. Now, in that process, there are a lot of letters that are already pre-written, and you have an opportunity to put your name, address, and any information that's required. So when these letters go in, they're accurate and they work. Let's just take a look at a few of them. The credit inquiry dispute letters. You know, you might have something that's not you. It's in the wrong name. Dispute it. We have a goodwill letter. This letter requires the creditor to remove late payments off your credit report so that you can raise your score. And how to remove medical collections off of your report, which it happens to be one of the biggest things that most people are messed up over, those medical reports. Step 5, credit utilization. We're going to show you in this video how to properly distribute how you use your credit so you can raise your score. And last but not least, we're going to also show you how to build good credit. Now, when you have all this information and you did it yourself, you shouldn't return back to the bad habits that got you in a situation that you don't like in the first place. Our goal is to get all of our associates to a 750, 850 credit score reported on all 3 credit reporting agencies, and y'all know who they are. Now remember, credit repair, that's a $3 billion industry. And we're going to show you not only how to fix your credit, but give others the opportunity to learn how to fix their own credit, and you can also benefit from that. That's one of the strategies. Let's take a look at the next one. See, folks, this is probably the most important strategy for you to learn. You see, the question is why you must have a business. Why do people need to be thinking about having what I call a plan B? Let's think about this for a minute. Now, what I'm about to show you, you need to understand you are already paying these things right now, but you're not getting any deductions for it. So if we can show you how to take things that you're already doing and be able to write it off your taxable income so you can lower what you owe the government, so you can keep more of your own money and learn how to invest and get your money making more money, the question is, would you want to learn how to do that? See, those are the kind of people, when they get on our program, that's what we're looking for. I believe you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So here's what we're going to do in these strategies. Number 1, if you have a home or you rent, I don't know if you know this, but if you ran your home-based business out of your home or your apartment, you can be able to write off a portion of your mortgage and your rent. We're just giving an example here of $1,000 extra deductions that you were not getting. Could be more or less depending on how much your rent and your mortgage is and what space you're using and what that percentage is of your entire home. Next, most people I know have transportation. But if you are taught how to use your car, your truck for business purposes, then guess what? The government will let you right now this year deduct up to 70 cents for every business mile you drive. See, we're going to show you a strategy that tells you to never leave from your house and go straight to your job. That's called commuting. We're going to show you how to leave your home, go to a temporary work location, say something about your business, then go to work. Now you can deduct your mileage. Why would a person not want to do that when they're having trouble saving and investing money and they're up to here in debt? That's a strategy that you need to learn. We're going to show you how to do that. Communications. Your communication devices are tax deductible if used for business. Your smartphone, your Wi-Fi, your cable. Folks, that can add up to, as this example, $2,000 or more or less every, a year that you get to deduct from your taxable income. Remember, here's your income up here, and every time I find a deduction, it's going down. It's going down. How about the next one? Travel. You're going to see we have a travel program that saves people money because we know one thing about business people, they travel. They use the plane, trains, buses, parking fees, tolls, the cabs, Ubers, and Lyfts. When you take note of all of those things you do in business, that could be an extra $5,000 deducted off your taxable income that you were not getting because you didn't own a business. You don't have a plan B. And guess what? Not only that, business meals. Folks, did you know you should be wise enough to make every meal you have out when you're meeting with someone or you have a guest, talk about business. And if you don't talk about business, you got someone probably waiting on you. Ask them a question. I simply ask people, I tell people that I say, you have great people skills. Has anyone ever talked to you about possibly owning your own business? See, now I'm conducting business over that meal. I say, I know you're working. How does someone get in touch with you when you have a little more time? And I'm assuming they're interested because I'm going to ask, how does one get in touch with you? They give me a number or email, and then I'm going to send you some information. They go back to doing their work. I go back to eating. That meal is now a business meal. It's tax deductible. That means the government now will pay for 50% of the cost of that meal. That's like getting a 50% coupon every time you go out to eat. Why would a person not want to do that? Why? Because they don't know. They haven't been educated. They hadn't got around any of our associates that help people change their whole lives financially. Now, this last one here would change most people's lives. I don't know about you, but if you have children, you've seen them, you have grandchildren. Did you know you're not supposed to ever give your child an allowance? Allowances are not on your tax return. You can't write them off. But guess what you can write off? If you are a business owner, you have a plan B, you call them wages. You can pay your children a wage, your grandchildren a wage. And in this year, you can pay them up to $15,000 a year per child. My gracious, if you got 2 children. Now, obviously, if you pay them that, you have to have the money to pay them that. But let's say in this example, you only pay both of them $10,000. That's 20 grand. Now, if you add up all of these deductions, folks, that's $40,000 of deductions that you were already spending, but because you got involved, you made them tax deductible. And guess what? So if you made $60,000 and you write off $40,000, your taxable income now is $20,000. So you're paying taxes on less money. You've saved more money because of this strategy. This is how you get free financially. Folks, I tell you, I'm getting excited. If y'all can't tell, I'm excited about what I do. Because someone taught me this a long time ago and changed my life because I listened and took action. So guess what? Let's take a look at the 2 businesses that we have when you get involved with us. See, you're going to get a website with us. And on your website, not only do you have those strategies I just went over, but you also have access to some business things that people have a need for. We already know everybody travels. Poor people travel. Matter of fact, they will borrow money to take their kids to Disney, which makes absolutely no sense to me because you still got to pay that loan back when you get there. I wouldn't enjoy the vacation if I had to borrow money to go. But let's take a look at what we do with one of our businesses, Zingo Travel. Zingo Travel Club provides members with up to 70% savings on resorts, hotels, rental cars, cruises, flights, and more. So when you utilize this system, guess what? You save money, even though you're going to travel anyway. But guess what we're going to do? We're not only going to show you how to travel, but if you're in business with us, we're going to show you how to make that travel tax deductible. Zingo Travel gives you 110% cash back guaranteed that they could beat all those other folks, all those other internet companies that say they save you money. You know who they are. And you get super discounts, rewards on shopping, restaurants, and more. Excursions, all those types of things. But remember, we're not doing this because we want to be, a travel expert. We're doing this because we teach all of our associates how to save money on travel. Our next business, we have what is called the Defender Plus. Now, this is awesome because we have 2 great products in one low-cost bundle. See, the Defender Plus is an award-winning identity protection plan that covers your entire identity. It's cutting-edge internet surveillance, monitoring, and alerts, folks. And if you were to be compromised, we have a $1 million identity insurance program to bring you back to where you were. That's the identity part. It also comes with free and discounted legal services, 9 free services, a simple will. Everybody should have a will because if you don't have a will, you have a won't. Here's what won't happen for your family because you didn't have a plan in place. Now families are arguing because one thought you wanted this, one thought you did. Now there's a problem. Unacceptable because it comes with the program and it's a free service. Consultation and more, folks. All these things are available through this program. Okay? Your discounts can be as much as 75%, and thousands of free business and individual legal forms are available to you. So these are two programs on your website that people when you hear that they travel, you say, go to my website. If you know they need to protect their identity, you say, go to my website. If they need legal services, you say, go to my website. You've made an attempt to do business. Folks, this is how you get paid on products. Now, this is not it because there's something missing. If you're going to take all those deductions, you need to have a way to do what? Keep up with it. So guess what comes with the membership? What we call the cash flow manager. Folks, the IRS says you need to know the date, the amount, the who, the what, the where. There it is. You put this information into either your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, whatever. And if you're smart and have children young enough, you can task this out to them. That's how you justify paying them, because they put all your stuff in the system. My children did this for me. Okay? Now, at the end of the year, you have to sum up all of your expenses that you want to get deductions for. No problem. Hit a button, and guess what? It sums it all up for you by categories, and you give this to your tax preparer, and they're going to love you. Now, folks, think about this. This is how you control and organize and actually run your business. And if you look to the left, notice what it said. The credit program, that's included in the membership. We also have what is called the automated marketing system included in the membership. What that does is allow people who want to market their business online through social media, all the platforms. Folks, we got people who know how to do it, and it's just unbelievable how many people they put in business on a weekly basis. It's amazing. So if you want to learn how to do that, it's in your back office, and all the training how to go on the internet and market yourself is there. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap this up with this. I like to call this the cash flow quadrant. Some of y'all out there know what I'm talking about. See, you no longer are just an employee when you get involved with us and you get a plan B. Because an employee is really doing nothing more, ladies and gentlemen, than trading time for money. Now, I got a question for you. How's that working out for you? Are you making all the money you like? Are you getting paid what you're worth? Or is somebody else making more money off of what you do for them because you don't own the business? You need to think about that. Now, we're going to show you how you can fix that simply with a commitment to get involved tonight. No big deal. First of all, let's take a look at the second thing that you should know. You see, we have weekly income on personal referrals. That means talking to people, asking questions, seeing if they can want to understand the benefits of being in business for themselves. All right? One membership pays you $50, another one pays you $100. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be talking about the one that pays you $100 for doing the same work, talking to people who want to change their lives. Okay? Now, in the cash flow quadrant, this is called the self-employed mode. See, you now can control the amount of income you make because you're in business for yourself. But that has a limit too, because as an individual, notice there's one person there. You can't do but so much. At some point, you run out of steam. You might want to get some help. And that's why we introduced to you what we call weekly income from team referrals. See, I referred the business to other people who got involved just like I did. So they have the same opportunity as me to be self-employed, but at the same time, because I'm building a team, I get paid off what my team does. Doesn't that sound like the employer-employee relationship? It's amazing how an employee never asks their boss, if you're paying me $50, how much you make off what I do? It amazes me. If they're not making more money, they can't employ you. But here you get to build your own business. So when they market any of the memberships, you're paid. When they market one, they get paid that 50 to 100. You get paid anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks. Imagine having 100 people doing that a week. Folks, this could change your life if you understand. See, that's the next way to make money. Let's look at the real way that people make money. Monthly residual income on active members. Folks, this here means that you've done the work a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. Every month that your people stay in business, you get paid residual income because now you're investing in people. So you see here on the first membership, you get paid $9.30 every single month. And if it's the elite membership, it's $13.30. Now, last time I checked, $13.30 is more than what I call the other. But I would take them both. Don't get me wrong. So this is world-class compensation, folks. Now, remember, you must make cash flow. You must make cash flow from the other three strategies to accelerate your success. Now, if you just want to be a person in business by yourself, we call that income shifting. Cash flow, income shifting. You can just take the principles and work them for yourself. But some of us on here say, hold on, why would I not share this with others? So I can build me a business that doesn't totally rely on me like a job. Folks, I'm telling you, this is awesome. Now, let's take a look at the raw compensation here. All right. See, imagine you made a decision. You know what? I'm going to go in business for myself. I may still work my job, but when I get off, I'm going to be working my business. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to take charge of my own situation. So imagine that you put 10 people in business every week, 25 or 100. We got people doing that. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. People that's doing 100, they're utilizing social media, okay? So you look down here at this chart. If you personally put 10 people in business every week, folks, let me tell you something. If that's the elite membership, that's $1,000 a week. If you keep doing that, you would have put 520 people in business. Your residual income, your investment money that comes off of them staying in business is over $6,000, almost $7,000. That's just for 10 a week. Suppose you ramp it up. You say, you know what? I'm put 25 a week in business. See, you're taking this a little serious now. Some of y'all, let me tell you what, I fired my boss. My boss said something to me I didn't like. And I said, you know what? Nobody's going to tell me in a free country what I can and can't do. So I decided to make it a run to get off of my job. Now, you don't have to do that. You can stay on your job, but you can also do this too. Get it up to 25, folks. That's $2,500 a week. That's a week. Go ahead and multiply that by 4. That's that's $10,000. And your annual team sales, you see that right there? You got 1,300 people in business with you. Your residual income off that is now $17,000. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the people who are, this person here is probably full-time now. Why would you stay on the job if you could make an extra $17,000 a month? I don't know. You must really love what you do, okay? But the bottom line is you have choices. I always believe we should fight for options. This person's putting 100 in a week. That's 10,000 a week. You do the math on that. 5,200 folks in business that have your membership. That's $69,000 a month. Every month that these folks are in business. You see, the elite cash flow shifting membership is the best business income value that we're talking about tonight. Now, we have another one, but this is the best. This is for people who realize, I want to be in business. I want to take control of my life. I don't want somebody putting me under the thumb telling me what I can and can't do. I want to be free. Folks, is that you? I don't know. We'll find out. So now, in closing, you can get started now. The Elite Cash Flow Shifting membership comes with the Zingo Travel membership, the Defender Plus membership, which also has the legal services. Instant pay raise strategy. You're going to learn that strategy. You're going to learn how to fix your credit. Get it up to 750 to 850, reported on all 3 credit reporting agencies. You're going to minimize your taxes because you decided to get in business and start making everything that you weren't able to deduct now tax deductible. We have a debt eliminator plan to eliminate your debt. We can identify your DFD. That's your debt freedom date. We have software in the back office. You put your debts in there, put in the interest rates, you put in the amount you owe, the minimum, and it'll tell you how long you can get out of debt and how to accelerate it if you choose to do so. You can invest like the pros. If you're in our organization, we're going to make sure you understand the principles. You pay yourself first, folks, before you pay others. If it weren't for you, you couldn't give it to them. Why would you neglect yourself? Look at what's left over after you take care of everything else and wonder why you have no money. I can predict your future if you keep doing that. So we're fortunate to be able to show people how to fix that. Affiliate income. Because you built the business, now you're getting residual income because you're not the only person making your money now. You have your own personalized website. That is your business. You learn how to point. Go to my website. Go to my website. Or put something on your social media that says, DM me. Go to my website and take a look at how we could fix your credit, how we could show you how to get out of debt. We could show you how to improve your entire financial situation. And we have the automated marketing system that allows you to do all that. Now, this has a $299 value. And some of us on here, that's what we paid to get involved. But for you tonight, folks, it should be a non-brainer because the elite program is now $99.95 one time. And then monthly, you run your business, your website, all of these things that I mentioned here for $69.95. Now, I want to make this clear to you. This is a business, okay? I know people pay more than this for cable and other things and think nothing of it. This is like $2.29 a day to be in business, and don't forget that it's 100% tax deductible. It's the best business value out there. So, folks, I hope that you see the value in what we do here. Now, I understand things can be tight sometimes, and that's okay. Because you still need to be a cash flow shifting member because you have to learn these strategies to fix yourself personally if that's what you want to do. And that's where the next one comes into play. Notice here that the cash flow shifting membership is minus the Zingo Travel and minus the Defender Plus. However, everything else is there. Now, this is a $99.95 value. However, you can get involved for $49.95 and $49.95 a month. So, folks, this is for people who basically want to get themselves straight. The other one, is for people who not only want to get themselves straight, they want to build a business and change their life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to conclude with this. I want to make sure you understand who we are and what makes us different. You see, the Too Smart University, we're two companies. One is the Legacy Financial Group. That is my firm. That is a financial services firm licensed to help people with all these things you see here. Income protection. You got to protect your wealth as you grow. We show you how to do that. These are things that require by law a license in most cases. Okay, annuities, rollovers. If you work a job and leave your job, you need to take your luggage with you. We assist people with rollovers. We do that pretty much every month in the millions of dollars. And of course, all the other things. If you look to your right, you see that My Econ, this is our educational portal. We can put anybody in business through this portal and give them the education they need to fix their financial situation. So folks, we got a plan for you. We work for you. So in conclusion, the bottom line is you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that the wealth transfer mindset is important. You see, in the beginning, we're going to show you how to accumulate your wealth, protect it, and at some point, you're going to have to distribute it because you're probably living off what you've saved and invested over your working career. And then when you go to glory, nobody's taking anything with them. There's something called wealth transfer. Are you going to leave your next generation broke, busted, and disgusted? Or are you going to leave them a legacy? Something they are proud to put your picture over the fireplace and say, because of mom and dad, we are set free financially. I mean, if the Rockefellers could do it, why not you? So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. I hope that you took copious notes. And when Terrence gives you the opportunity to speak to us, speak to us. Let's hear what you got from this presentation. God bless you all, and we see you at the top. And remember, prior planning prevents poverty. God bless you.